What's up everybody? The rules here. This video brought to you by Colt 45 malt liquor. The most delicious malt liquor. It's really good. Colt 45 malt liquor. This is not the drinking video.
Hold on, if the murder enough. If you gotta bust a cap and tame it up. If you religious, praise it up. If you gotta get high, then blaze it up. Other ones who never gave it up. Get the champagne glass and raise it. Make a toast to yourself for surviving in the world so good.
What's up everybody, the rules here, and today I'm gonna talk about Herman Cain, who was accused of having sex with one poor bitch whom he helped out because she was in materially bad condition, and he was basically ignoring it. Let's listen.
The accusation is going to be, but until the story comes out, I'm not at liberty to respond to something at this point. Now, when the story breaks, through my attorney, Lynn Wood of Atlanta, Georgia, we will respond. We chased all of these other rumors for 2 weeks before, and as it turned out, they were baseless. Why? Because they weren't able to come up with any documentation, any proof, or anything that was credible. And so we will address these when they come out, but at this point, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I don't have anything to hide, and we will address every one of the details as we know them.
Well, tell us about the nature of your relationship with this woman.
Friend, and trying to help a friend because not having a job, etc., and this sort of thing. That's all there is to the relationship. And here again, I don't know what's going to be claimed in the story. There was someone who was supposed to be a friend, but obviously they didn't see it as a friendship.
Now, when you say friend, was it I'm asking, these are awkward questions, but I'll ask you the questions you're going to be asked. Was this an affair?
No, it was not.
There was no sex?
No.
None?
No.
And if this woman says there is, she's lying? Is that what you're...
Well, Wolf, let's see what the story is going to be. I don't want to get into, being pinned down on some things until we see what the story...
Okay, Cain, why don't you say yes, When she said, if she said that she's lying, you started giving all these answers, man? It's kind of fishy, because he asks you the question, you better off just say no, period. I don't know, maybe actually Herman Cain is lying, because we don't know. I don't know, all these politicians, they're corrupt, they're fucked up, they're all digging dirt on each other. This is what they're all about, That's why I don't give a fuck about politics, but I decided to make that video just, just for the sake of doing this shit. So, I know that Herman Cain is a fucking idiot. He's like 999 guy. And 9 is a special number, because if you multiply 9 by any number, okay, let's say multiply 9 by 3, it's 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. So multiply 9 by any number, and then if you're gonna add up the number of numbers, and that number comes up to it, it's gonna be still 9, okay? So 9 is a magic number, but at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of fishy number though, but anyway, let's hear what that motherfucker has to say.
It's going to be.
But they basically gave you the outlines, this Atlanta television station.
They gave my attorney the outline, and so I'm now speaking secondhand in terms of what I know about the story. When we know the story, we will respond.
So basically, from what I hear you saying, and what this Atlanta TV station has been teasing for the past hour or so, is that a woman is going to come forward and say she had an affair with you.
This is the understanding that we have through my attorney about what's going to be said.
Without giving us her name, what was she like? Tell us a little bit something about this woman, the nature of the friendship.
No, not going to do that, Wolf. It'll be premature.
Did you work with her?
No, Wolf, that would be premature, because just like I'm concerned about somebody slandering my reputation and image, until I know exactly what the claims are, I'm not going to comment on those claims, unfortunately.
Well, what are you talking about reputation? Reputation of being a fucking idiot. When you're talking shit like 999. I mean, everybody knows that you are not a good politician. I don't know too much about you, but by just proposing all of that bullshit gives me heads up that you are not a great politician. And plus, you know what I don't like about politics is that it's like too concerned about married life. You know what? Why they care about all this bullshit, you know? If you're a politician, you can do whatever the hell you wanna do. And why if you're a politician, you cannot fucking fuck bitches and having sex with prostitutes and doing all that shit? What's wrong with it? Why if you like in politics everybody gonna dig dirt on you and put fingers, oh that guy's bad, he cheating with his wife, oh that guy's bad, he's sending some random woman naked pictures, all of that. You know what? But if, let's say, the regular guy was cheating on his wife and, you know, getting some piece of ass, you divorce him and there is all good. But if you're a politician, you cannot do shit, you know? You have to have a reputation, you need to be all of that, you need to be good. Well, it's a lot of pain. You cannot have a lot of women, you cannot fuck a lot of bitches if you're a politician, because if you do, everybody knows about it, they hate you. But if you're like regular guy who works the job, he fucks a lot of bitches and tell to your friends that he fucked a lot of bitches. Everybody like, oh, that's great. Because let me tell you something, I have friends who fuck a lot of bitches. And I'm kind of jealous. I wanna be like them. I wanna be like a fucking pimp. But if I'm a politician, I'm a pimp. I have to conceal it from everybody. I cannot just do whatever the fuck I want. So, it kind of sucks. But anyway, let's continue listening what that motherfucker has to say.
So, but this, as you understand, the two women who accuse you of sexual harassment, now a third woman potentially coming out and saying she had an affair with you.
And remember that the first two were baseless. They were false accusations. They were not able to prove it. And I went before the media and the public and said, here's what I know, here are the facts. And people will have to make that judgment as to whether or not they believe me or believe them. The same is true of the one that is supposed to be reported on later today.
Because this is a woman you never worked with. The other two you did work with.
No. One of the other ones I worked with. The second one that came out, I don't recall ever working with.
With the woman from Chicago, you mean?
The one from Chicago, I recall. The one from Chicago, I never remembered who she was, her name, or working with her. The one at the National Restaurant Association, I do remember working with her.
Why would this woman in Atlanta be coming out right now making these charges, these accusations?
I can only conjecture, and I'm not going to do that, Wolf, until we know what it is.
So I watched this bullshit about this motherfucking Herman Cain and all of that. I don't know what kind of conclusion can I make about it. He's trying to be a family man, he's trying to be a good man. I don't know if he really is, but he tried to possess that image, because in politics what matters, it matters image, who you are. And all these motherfuckers out there in politics, they're all fucking crooks anyway. Peace out.